All right, tonight we're heading to Nagasaki. Well, virtually anyway. We're going to break down this amazing 5-star review of an izakaya that's got everyone talking. Our guide for this culinary trip is a local YouTuber, Noguchi-san. He was on a mission to find the absolute best food in his city, so let's see what he found.
Okay, so we're actually going to start at the end with his final verdict, because it just sets the stage so perfectly. Noguchi-san is not holding back at all. He basically calls this place a total knockout. But listen to this last part. The white liver with sesame oil was especially exquisite. That's a type of chicken liver, by the way. And that is what really grabbed my attention. So you can bet we're coming back to that one. You know, every great food adventure really starts with a quest, right? And for our guide, Noguchi-san, his whole thing is finding and showing off the absolute best of his hometown, Nagasaki. So one night, he and his family get this major craving for some real, authentic yakitori. So the destination was set, Kacho Fuugetsu. And look, this wasn't just some random pick. He'd been hearing about it from friends, seeing these incredible photos pop up on his Instagram. The hype was building, and he finally decided, okay, it's time. We gotta see if this place is the real deal. All right, let's talk about the vibe. First impressions are everything, right? When you walk into a classic yakitori spot, you're looking for a specific feel, a certain kind of energy. And man, as soon as they walked in, they knew they'd found it. Plus, they stumbled upon a pretty awesome surprise on the drink menu. He said the atmosphere was just perfect. There's this Japanese word, mokomoko, that just nails it. It describes that classic smoky vibe from the charcoal grill filling the air. The place itself is super cozy, just a few tables and a counter. You know the type. It's the kind of spot that just screams authentic the second you step inside. And then there was this moment. He's just looking at the drink menu, and he has this genuine, out-loud, whoa reaction. It was one of those discoveries that told him right away, okay, this is not just your average neighborhood yakitori place. So what was he so excited about? A whole separate menu just for premium sake? We're talking sought-after brands like Kazinomori, Kid, and Yamamoto. I mean, if you know your sake, that is a massive green flag. It just screams quality. He ended up trying the Kazinomori, said it was all fruity and bubbly, and he got the Yamamoto too. Okay, so with the drinks situation handled, it was time for the main event, the reason they came here in the first place, that authentic charcoal-grilled yakitori. So let's dig into what they ordered for round one. So the first round hits the table. You've got banjiri, or chicken tail, which he says is a personal favorite, some chicken breast, and of course, butabara, the pork belly. He was seriously raving about that pork belly, saying the saltiness was just exquisite and a perfect match for a cold beer. Man, you can almost taste it, can't you? He's like, there is nothing better than eating sizzling hot skewers right off the grill. And you know what was good? Because they immediately went for round two. They ordered more of that amazing pork belly, some chicken thigh, that's torimomo, and a classic sukne, the chicken meatball that you dip in that rich egg yolk. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the yakitori, total home run. But this is where the story gets really interesting. See, Nagasaki is famous for its seafood. They even call it Sashimi City. And somehow, Kachoufugetsu, a yakitori place, remember, served up a sashimi platter that just completely blew him away. I mean, just look at this lineup. This is not your average everyday sashimi plate. We're talking 6 different high-quality cuts. You've got this delicate flounder, and even its prized, super rich fin, the engawa. Then there's fatty winter yellowtail and lightly seared sea bream. A platter like this, yeah, it makes total sense why this place is also featured in local fish guides. And here's the key takeaway from this part. After tasting the fish, his reaction wasn't just, oh, this is good. It was more like, okay, this is why this place has so many regulars. I mean, to find sashimi of this quality at a yakitori joint, that was easily the biggest and best surprise of the whole night. So we've got incredible yakitori, we've got shockingly brilliant sashimi, but the entire review, really, it all builds up to one single dish. The one thing that Noguchi-san says you absolutely positively cannot leave without ordering. So what was it? After everything they tried, what was the one dish that stood head and shoulders above everything else? The one he labeled an absolute must-try. Here it is, the white liver with sesame oil. He makes it crystal clear. If you see this on the menu when you go, you order it. No questions asked. This is the star of the show. And he doesn't just say it's delicious, he uses the word otherworldly. He literally compares its rich, creamy texture to foie gras. And he says the combination of sesame oil, salt, and herbs was just perfection. This was the dish that took the meal from really great to absolutely unforgettable. All right, let's wrap this up. What's the final verdict here? After diving deep into this experience at Kacho Fuugetsu, why did it earn such a glowing 5-star review? Well, it really boils down to this, doesn't it? You've got that perfect, authentic Izakaya vibe. You have amazing, expertly grilled yakitori. The sashimi is so good it could be the main attraction. There's an incredible list of premium sake. And then you have that one unforgettable signature dish, that white lever that's just on a completely different plane of existence. At the end of the day, Noguchi-san just called it a night of pure satisfaction for his whole family. Just a genuinely fun, delicious meal. He gave a heartfelt "Guchi-so-sama deshita," a big thanks for the meal, and you just know he's already planning his next trip back. And that brings us to the end. But it kind of leaves you with a fun question, right? If you were sitting in a spot just like this, with phenomenal grilled skewers on one side of the menu and world-class sashimi on the other, what are you ordering first? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me.